served, we fought jihadists in the Middle East, and there's a lot of jihadists in Africa, whether it's ISIS, Al-Qaeda, Al-Shabaab, go on and on. How do you plan to handle that threat? I'm not saying put troops on the ground in Africa to fight them, but are you concerned that there could be some sort of cell that might be plotting attacks against other parts of the world, trying to recruit soldiers because it's Africa with a growing population? How concerned are you about the jihad threat in Africa today?
Definitely concerned. I mean, anybody of my generation that served in Iraq and Afghanistan or been a part of post 9/11 understands the threat of global jihad, especially the desire to export that against our allies in Europe or Israel or certainly the United States of America. So the counterterrorism threat focused on those who would seek to do us harm is of the highest priority, which is why you saw what AFRICOM did so well in that strike in Somalia. Where we see those growing, plotting, or planning with increased capabilities, we will strike. And that pertains to Islamist organizations all across the continent. But it also, we have to work with partners and allies. I mean, foreign internal defense and security force assistance. I was with Green Berets this morning. You know, we think of Green Berets in the context of post 9/11, right? Kicking down doors, and they're really good at that. But what they're best at is doing security force assistance and foreign internal defense, where they work with local security forces to build up their capabilities so that it's indigenous forces fighting Islamists because they want to secure their country as well. And AFRICOM is very directly committed to doing that. That's a mission very much worth resourcing. And Africa is very much the front lines of a fight from Islamists. You've got Christian populations that are under siege in Africa and have been ignored for far too long. And American interests there, it matters a great deal. And Islamists, we're not going to allow them to maintain a foothold, especially to try to strike at America.